Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all are fine and doing very well. So let's start our today's topic, but before starting, let's see some important points from our last lecture. In the last lecture, we have done three topics. The first one was system unit. A system unit is a rectangular box which contains different components of a computer. These components are located in the system unit to protect it from dust and damage. For example, we have motherboard, processor, memory and different storage devices in a system unit. The next topic was a motherboard is the main circuit board of a computer. All the computer components are plugged or connected with it. So in a motherboard we can plug different components like processor, input output devices and storage and peripheral devices. Peripheral devices are those devices which are connected externally through cables to the system unit. Just like we have mouse, speaker, keyboard and headphones, they are connected externally through cables to the motherboard. And the next topic was processor. A processor is the brain of the computer. It is a silicon chip. Silicon is the material. Silicon chip fixed on the motherboard. All calculations and decisions are made by the processor. It is also called central processing unit. So processor executes all the instructions and it processes data. It converts data into information and it has two components: arithmetic logic unit and control unit. So let's start our today's lecture. In today's lecture we will learn about memory of a computer and some communication devices that we use to communicate with other persons. These are modem and network cards. Sometimes we are talking about that our computer memory is getting very low. So it means our RAM is getting low. Generally we are talking about RAM. So what is a RAM? RAM is a memory. It is the electronic holding place for instructions and data. The processor accesses data and instructions from memory. So RAM means random access memory. RAM is a electronic storage place. It holds data and instructions before and after processing. So we have two kinds of memory. The one is RAM and the other is ROM. So RAM is a temporary storage area. It holds data before and after processing. So what does it mean? It means whenever we input something into the computer, the processor starts thinking about it. But before it go to the processor, it keep in a memory and that memory is RAM. When we input something into the computer, this data first go to the memory, then the processor access it from the memory RAM, and then it process and give us a information, and that information will show us on the output device. Just like our printer or monitor, it can be shown on the monitor or it can be print out through a printer, and after that we can store it into our storage devices. So the data that is currently in process, it will be in RAM. So RAM is a temporary memory. It is a volatile memory. RAM is a volatile memory. So what does volatile means? It means the information is lost when the power is switched off. Just like you are typing a letter on the computer and the power goes off. the typed content will automatically be deleted from RAM, because RAM is a temporary memory. It holds instructions and data temporary during the process. If the light goes out or you switch off the computer, the data will be lost. To understand the working of RAM, there is a picture on your screens. The number one process is when we use input device to input the number 5 and 6 along with the instruction add. So what we do, we will input two numbers 5 and 6 with the instruction add. The numbers and the instructions are temporarily held in the memory. Which memory? RAM. Yes, these instructions are temporarily held in the memory. The process start processing and give us a result, that is 11, and then it perform addition and then it will show us the result and temporarily hold it into the memory, that is RAM. The result can be shown on our monitor screen or it can be printed out through a printer, and then we have a choice. If we want to store it, we can store it on different devices, like we can store it on CDs, DVDs, pen drives, floppy disk or hard disk. So you see, it is the working of RAM. Now if you want to know about your processor speed and memory size, what you are going to do? So it is an interesting activity on your book page number 11. Let's find processor speed and memory size of the computer. So what you gonna do? First of all, you will right click on the computer icon, then you will click on the properties. After you have clicked on the properties, a system dialog box appears. So there is the general information about the computer's processor speed and also the memory size. So in this way you can check your computer's processor speed and also your memory size. So after this lecture, all of you, what you're going to do, all of you will search about your computer's memory size and also processor speed. Okay. Now the next memory type is ROM. ROM means read only memory. So ROM normally contains instructions that a computer performs automatically when it is switched on. So dear students, whenever we switched on our computer, the ROM will help computer to start. There are some instructions that are very important for the starting process. So these instructions are held by the manufacturer of the computer in the manufacturing time, at the manufacturing time. Okay, these instructions can't be changed. We cannot change these instructions, we cannot remove these instructions. That's why it is called read only memory. It stores data permanently. So the instructions that are stored in a ROM are permanently. ROM is a non-volatile memory. Non-volatiles mean the data can't lost or can't remove but is stored in it. That is why it is called read-only memory. So now we have our new topic, that is communication devices. The devices which are used to communicate and connect a computer with other computers are known as communication devices. So first of all, what is communication? Communication means to share your resources or to share your thinking with other persons is called communication. Just like we communicate to each other through mobile phones, or we can communicate to each other through video calls. So to communicate with each other, we need two things. These things are called communication devices, and we have two communication devices. The first one is modem and the second is network card. So what is a modem? A modem is a device which is used to connect and communicate with other computers on the internet. So let's suppose you want to turn on a internet connection on your computer. So what you're going to do? You have a modem in your homes. All of you must have a modem in your homes if you have a Wi-Fi internet. So there are two types of modems we have. The first one is internal modem and the second one is external modem. So the internal modem is placed inside your system unit and external modem is placed outside the system unit. Without modem you cannot connect to the internet. Okay. So the next communication device is network card. A network card is a small circuit board that is used to connect a computer with other computers on a network. So what is a network card? A network card is a small circuit board. This network card is used to connect a computer with other computer on a network. Without this network card you cannot connect to the other computer, and it is also plugged into the motherboard of a computer. So we have covered our two topics, memory and communication devices. Now we will move towards our exercise. Open your books, page number 14. We have exercise of this unit. In the exercise we have done question number 1, 2 and 3. Now let's move towards question number 2. Write T for true and F for false statement. Number 1, mouse is a communication device. So is it true or false? Mouse is a communication device. No, mouse is an input device. So it is a false statement. Number 2, system unit contains different parts of a computer. Yes, it is right. System unit contains different parts of a computer. Number 3, motherboard is the main circuit board of a computer. So is it true that motherboard is the main circuit board of the computer? Yes, it's true. ROM stores data temporarily. No, it's not true because ROM is a permanent memory and it stores data permanent. So it is a false statement. Now let's move towards question number 3, filling the blanks. So we have a word bank. Different words are given. You have to use these words to solve these blanks. Number 1 blank. A modem is used to dash a computer with other computer. So how we use a modem? We use a modem to connect a computer with other computers. So connect is the right answer. Number 2, a processor is fixed on the dash. So what is the correct answer? A processor is fixed on the motherboard. Yes. Number 3, memory is the dash holding place for data and instructions. So memory is the electronic holding place for data and instructions. Number 4, RAM. RAM stands for, yes, you all know it stands for random access memory. Now let's move towards tick the right choice. Question number 4. The physical part of a computer that we can see and touch are called A. hardware, B. software, C. firmware. So what are the physical parts that we can touch and feel? These are called hardwares. Number 2, it is a communication device. A. hard disk, B. network card, C. webcam. So what is a communication device? Network card. Yes, network card is the correct answer. Number 3, all the computer components are plugged or connected with it. So which components are plugged or connected? Through which we can plug or connect different components? Keyboard, modem or motherboard. Yes, motherboard is the correct answer. All mathematical problems are solved in this portion of the processor. AU, LU or CU. The correct answer is arithmetic unit. we can solve all mathematical problems in the arithmetic unit. Number 5, it holds data temporarily before and after the processing. ROM, hard disk or RAM. So we have data temporary before and after the processing in RAM. So RAM is the correct answer. So dear students, this is all about today's lecture. You will going